Hello YouTube, it is Damien. It's the Rise of a Nation. It is episode 111. Today we have Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League first knockout round. And here we go yet again. Another year of topping a group, another year of getting one of the big boys. Last year it was Real Madrid. They beat us 3-1 home and away. This year we top the group and we get top of the table in the Bundesliga, Dortmund. They have been ever present with Bayern, going toe-to-toe with them. Bayern's actually fallen off the absolute face of the earth. They're in the Bundesliga at the moment. Hertha Berlin below them, but it looks like Dortmund are fast on their way to winning their first title of really the save. Bayern have been absolutely dominant in Germany, as you would expect. They're a star-studded side, and we are going to start with one of their outs, actually, is that Indoram, their vice-captain, is out with a torn knee ligament. Look, you're never going to go, oh my God, I'm so glad that he's injured, whatever, because it's not nice wishing ill health on people, but this is absolutely fantastic for us, because that helps us tenfold, that we don't have to deal with a winger like that. They're probably still got out of these world players, but yeah, next out as well is Bonham, and he is absolutely world-class, is Bohem at centre mid. If there's ever a time for us to go away to Germany and really put in a shift, it is today. Because this guy in the middle of the park playing as a defensive midfielder would be insane to break down. As much as we love Wirtz, this guy would probably have him in his pocket. But we'll wait and we'll see what's going on. In terms of closer to home, we still are undefeated. But a couple of interesting results. Mid-season, like I say, every year there's always one game mid-season that we draw or we win like 5-4 or something ridiculous that a team never had any chance to even be in with us, but they scored every shot. That game was Hamburg. We absolutely pumped them. We then beat Midtjylland 2-1 in the Cup. That game was scary. We were 1-0 down and they were dominating us in the 4-4-2. Switched 4-2-3-1 55th minute. Ended up dominating them by the end of the game. Scored 2 goals in 2 minutes as well to win that one. We then beat them 3-0 in the Cup playing 4-4-2. But this game here, right before Dortmund game, filled me with a lot of anxiety and it was not good. We absolutely thumped them. We missed that many chances, clear-cut chances, ridiculous. There was one where we cut the ball back in the 91st minute to Lars, off the bench, on the 6-yard box, and he fired it wide, on the floor. He just had to side-foot it in. It was unbelievable. We hit the post a couple of times. It was really incredible the chances we missed in this game. We created probably the better chances in this game than we did against Midtjylland in the Cup that we won 3-0. It was ridiculous. In the end, look, like AJ said in the chat when it happened, hopefully it means because we're saving the goals for Germany. Hopefully. Now, look, we've been to the third knockout round 3 times. First time was in our first year. We finished second. We got Barcelona. It happened. We actually beat them in Denmark, which was crazy enough, right? Second time was last year against Real Madrid. Unlucky. You finish top of the group. You get Real freaking Madrid. This year, look, we avoided Madrid and we avoided Bayern, but we got Dortmund just as hard as Bayern, and we avoided United because Madrid topped the group with United this year, but last year they didn't. But yeah, look, it's another one of these tough ties. You look at the groups and you look at what's been played. We could have got Benfica. We could have got Napoli. We could have got Basel. Just one day. And you think back to my mess save. I bring it up every time we get a hard draw. Is that my mess save was 10 years of copying big teams in the first knockout round after finishing top of the group. Even at Sunderland, there was many a year where we always seemed to get one of the big sides. On Sunderland, though, we had a couple of very nice draws to the semi-final as well. I will give you that. But FM20, FM21 has been following the same vein of, run of draws. It's just, we never get the easy draw, ever. People say, it's a coefficient thing or whatever. My Mess side was one of the best teams in the coefficient in the world. We never got an easy draw in the first knockout stage, ever, in the whole save. Our SFB side has only been in Europe for 4 years. We're already up to a 61,000 coefficient. We could technically even be a first seed next year if our coefficient grows enough. Do you think that the game rewards us for finishing top and winning 6 games from 6 in the group this year? No, get Dortmund. Enough of being sour about it, though. We're a team that has not lost in the Champions League this year. We've won 6 games out of 6. We're a team that's undefeated in the league. We're a team that doesn't know what it's like this year to taste defeat. If there's ever a time to put away the stigma that we aren't as big as these clubs, it is today. I'm not saying we're on the level of Dortmund, we're on the level of Bayern, on the level of Madrid or whatever. I'm saying there's ever a time for us to ignore the stigma that we are not as good as these teams, it is this year. Because we just don't know how to lose games of football. Like Midtjylland, we're 1-0 down and being pumped. We switched to 4-2-3-1. We had no right to win that game. We went and dominated them just before on stream in a 30-minute gasp. You know, we've had games where we were 2-0 down against, I reckon it was AGF. And we won 3-2. We came back and scored 3 goals from the 75th to the 90th to win that game. That was some time ago. Now, on stream, it wasn't a YouTube thing. I think we highlighted it. Yeah, here it is. And we scored 57, 81st, and 91st to win. So maybe the first goal wasn't as late as I remembered. But, you know, this year, we're a team that just, you know, it doesn't matter who's playing bad and who's playing well. Someone always grabs us by the scuff of the neck and goes, today you do not lose because I will drag you over the line. If it ain't Wirtz, it's Lars. If it ain't Lars, it's Morton, who's not even making the bench. Actually, you might actually today because I think Penn has played in the B type. All right, not a problem. If it's not them, it's Frank. If it's not them, it's Yeppy coming off the bench. If it's not that, it's Fran. If it's not that, Rafael Albrecht steps up. And beyond all, if it's not that, it's one of the centre-backs going, you know what, no, today I'm going to score. If it's not that, it's Neff. If it's not that, I've seen Vieira do it. And if it all comes to shit, Mooney Zaga will step up and go, today we won't lose because I'll keep a clean sheet because I'll make 15 saves. No matter what has been thrown at us this season, somebody has gone, today you will not lose because I'll make sure of it. And usually the rest of the team will go and stand up beside him and go, you know what, if you're going to do that, I'll walk with you. And with that mentality, I personally think we can do the job against Dortmund. Like I naively, however you say it, I was naive last year. I thought we could have done it to Madrid. And honestly thought at 3-1, even though we conceded 91st minute to go 3-1 down in Spain, I really did think that if we played our best fucking football in Denmark, which we didn't, we could have come back and won that tie. I personally think if we lost this game 3-1, which is going to be my prediction that we lose 3-1 tonight, that we could go to Denmark and we will win. It's just a matter of seeing if we can do it. Anyway, your team is Mooney Zaga in goals with food poisoning, playing with a diaper, good lad. Vieira, Marquez Sanchez, and Eugene Neff. Frank is there, back from injury as well, has not been fully fit, but is going to start because he's too important. With Albrecht Ortiz, who's been growing, absolutely out of this world. Yeppy is playing right wing because Fran isn't fit. I am going to rush him to the bench here over Kenny. Sorry, Kenny. I need the options to attack this game if needs be. Wirtz and Lars. Look, for me, it's simple. For me, it's all about doing the things we do well. Keep the ball, move it quickly. Get Wirtz, dropping in deep. Get Lars getting in behind. They know how to score goals of football. We are a free-flowing scoring side. Get Frank in behind the line. We aren't 100% at our fittest. We've had a lot of guys out injured. You've got your keeper playing with food poisoning, all that sort of things. It does not matter. We're a team that don't know how to lose. Today is the day we go out there and we go and prove that we don't know how to lose a game of football. And let's be dogged. Let's be typical SFB. And there we go. Also, I forgot to mention we actually signed a right back for 18k and he's not bad, but he's not on the bench because he's 17. I will show you that after this Dortmund game. It's too late now. We're into this. We're already here. The team sheet's up. It's Germany. It is time. And there's already guys that you kind of already know on the bench, on the team sheet. People know who Cameron Taylor is, the captain there, because he's Australian and he's been a wonder kid since he was 17. He's unbelievable, right? There's a guy called Hannibal. We should be scared. He's probably going to eat us alive. Who the hell's called Hannibal? Oh, my God. That's a bit of a worry. If you haven't watched the movies, by the way, really recommend. There you are. Karim usually grows into a player. Gory's in the middle of the park. Yeah, This is going to be... by the way, this is another Australian that's really good. Marcus Leonardo is another one that I know. You'll see this team. This Dortmund team deserved to win the league this year in Germany because their team is absolutely a player. Anyway, this Hannibal guy could be real, to be fair, because there's a guy I think called Hannibal in real life. Anyway, there's your goalkeeper, Yapanezo. Reminds you a little bit of Mori back in the day at Metz before we sold him. What a fullback. Guillermo Garcia at centre-back looks pretty well stacked. Diallo's the one. Now, Diallo's world-class, but Diallo's the one where I need to get Lars on Diallo, where Diallo can probably body him around a little bit. Maybe his take-off of speed, Lars can maybe get in behind him. Here's your captain. It's Cameron Taylor. He is fantastic. He's an Aussie that is absolutely out of this world, and Dortmund produced him in tenfolds. Look how good he is. He is world freaking class. Hannibal. There we are. Frenchman. He is the real life Hannibal. He's just, he's going to eat you alive. There we are. He's unbelievable. Carl's in there, Swedish, 23-year-old, very well rounded. Is the centre mid. Not crazily, oh my god, good, but good. Karim always grows into a great player on Football Manager, and there he is again doing the bits. Gory playing on the left-hand side, the 31-year-old Frenchman, is just so elite. He always grows into an elite player. Does Gory, I've always pronounced it Gory. My pronunciation's shit, we know this. It's probably wrong, and people are screaming at their TV or whatever you're watching this on. Let me know in the comment section below. And then they got Benjamin Mensah, who is a Belgian superstar. And they got Morin, who is absolutely out of this world as well, that I nearly signed. I think Ramrel Morin a long time ago. Yeah, I reckon we nearly got him from here, and he went to Liverpool. Yeah, that was it. Imagine if we got him instead of Liverpool. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, Alexander Hempel, pretty decent backup goalkeeper, the German international. Ruben there, very good 18-year-old fullback. This guy's going to be absolutely a monster. The Odi is a real-life Italian. For those that don't know, he's usually very good as a winger, grows very well. Marcus, obviously, people know. I'm glad he's not starting because I've seen this guy score against me enough times to know. Diaz is an Australian, Oh, no, wrong Diaz. There's an Australian called Briami Diaz, I swear, at Porto. I thought maybe they just got a transfer here. Never mind. So it's a Spanish guy. There's an Australian that regened at... Might have actually been Dortmund anyway, and then went to Porto. Anyway, the same name. That's why I immediately thought it was that. I wasn't thinking it was the Spanish one. Tommy Franco, centre-back from Portugal, was absolutely... he's pretty star-studded. He's physically unreal. And Dario is Dario. Everybody knows who Dario is as well. Look how good that team is. It is so freaking good. We are so unlucky to just get this mob in the first knockout round. Like, how have we not got Basel? How have we not got Napoli even? Like, just come on, FM. But yeah, they are unreal. They're going to finally break their drought without a Bundesliga title, because this year is the year they probably win it unless they choke. And yeah, look, it's going to be hard. It's all about just scoring here. They're playing a 4-4-2 as well. They really are going to come out aggressive. Score prediction in the chat. I predict we lose 3-1, but it's a very competitive 3-1. It's either going to go in the way of they are going to pump us and we're going to have to move 4-2-3-1. We're going to play particularly well and not score, go 4-2-3-1. Or it's going to be one of the two where they pump us on the break every time in the 4-4-2 and it's going to be game over. Or we go out there and we dominate them and score. I'm predicting goals. That's all I'm going to predict. I don't even care about possession. It's all about chances. They've straight away got the 70% possession. That's not a good sign. We need to get more on the ball. But it's a set piece for SFB. Yeppy, Frank is short. Turns. Can he find a ball in? He cuts it. Ortiz, 15 long shots. Hits it. Last flicks on. It's offside. I'm surprised Ortiz just hasn't gone for it with 15 long shots. Oh. What a move. The boys have predicted Dortmund 2-1 from AJ. Curtis predicts we lose 3-1 as well. Oh, what a movement. Ortiz there. Lars was well off. I wonder if this was going in. It must be going wide if Lars has headed it there. In the end, what a moment. Long throw now. Eugene Neff lobs one in there. Keeper comes and claims fantastically. Does the Yapanezo and Kanenko, whatever, and he goes long. It's not a bad ball, but Sanchez heads down. Ortiz now. Back heels in the Eugene Neff. He comes inside. He looks there for Frank. What a ball. Frank is quick and can beat a man. Back from injury. Frank cuts it. Orbrecht beats one. Inside. Raphael! It's an away goal for SFB, and we leave 13 minutes played. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, like I said in the precursor to this game, if it ain't one of the boys, one of the others will stand up and deliver. If it wasn't Ortiz and Lars just before, it's Albrecht going, no, we deserve to lead. We have to score. This team just doesn't know how to fucking lose. It's 1-0 after 13 played. It's a highlight from kickoff. By the way, JS has predicted 1-1, and Baggio has predicted, Bago has predicted 2-1 SFB. That's a brave call. Highlight from kickoff. Long ball into Taylor, and he's unreal. We need to get away from him. Yeppy does well. He's a big game player, Yeppy. Orbrecht, what a touch, what a ball. Vieira, the overlapping fullback, gets there first. Get towards the box, my son. Holds it up. Can he whip a ball? He's lost out, but he's going to win that again. No, he's not. And they're going to be on the break. Falls back to Vieira, a little bit of luck. Wirtz, Vieira again. Cuts it. Lars, was he offside? He is. Oh, Lars has scored 2, and he's been offside for both. Oh. If offside wasn't a rule, we'd be 3-0 up. But if offside wasn't a rule, you just stand next to the keeper and knock him in. Oh, Lars, stop breaking the rules. He's just off. 1-0 play, battering him. I wouldn't say we're battering him. We're dealing with the pressure at the moment. Anyway, here comes Mensah. Orbrecht, what a tackle, falls back to him. Good ball in. Moran's there, and he's fired wide from 6 yards. Wow. It would have been a typical goal to concede against a big team where it just falls from after a tackle. Anyway, good at building up. Marquez, Munizaga just lumps it. Mertz isn't the worst in the air. In the end, he won't win that. And Taylor now to go forward. His ball finds Gorey. Kembel on it. Ortiz doesn't win it. He's got good tackling. In he goes again. It falls from again. Kareem's not going to miss that. It's 1-1. But yet again, it's always how we concede. Is someone fucking lays a tackle in a big game and it fucking falls to him. It's so annoying. I would love a game against where it's not Real Madrid, Barcelona, or, you know, Dortmund today, or, you know, all the big games we had in the Europa League, where a tackle just fucking falls to him. In the end, what a ball, what a run, what a finish. It's 1-1. Highlight from kickoff. It's just, again, though. Oh, it's so annoying because it happens so much on FM. Anyway, Orbrecht going on a run. What a run it is too. Lars, Orbrecht went for it. In the end, 1-1, 18 minutes played in the first leg. A very even 20 minutes played by both sides. Time ticks. Another throw in here. Josma throws. Karim ball in. Sanchez heads away. Someone needs to get on that. Wirtz wasn't in the hole, which is surprising. Anyway, Kembel looks wide. Frank needs to get across. Doesn't. Mensah. Trouble town now as they got the overload here with Josma. And he can whip a ball in. Doesn't. Hannibal now. He can maybe whip one from deep. Forced him back. Well done, Frank. On the break we go. Wirtz and Lars together. This is what we've dreamed about. Wirtz is going on a run. He has someone in the cutback. Goes for the chip. Oh, it's just wide. And in the end, 30 minutes played. Lars has had 2 goals disallowed for offside already. And he nearly could have gone there. In the end, you know what? He could have put his foot on it and played Yepi in back stick. 45 minutes played. Is there a highlight before half-time? No, there isn't. Half-time, 1-1. I'm ecstatic with that here in Germany. 45 minutes like that, pinch a second, it would be unreal. As it stands, though, not too bad. Ortiz not having his best game out there, but he's not being paid to have a good game. Yepi is still out there as well. The George could go in for Frank. I'm going to make those changes in a second. Munizaga, Sanchez. Into Marquez now. Back to Munizaga. Needs to find a good ball. He's looked for Frank. What a ball it is too. Frank steps on it. Needs to find a pass. In the end it falls to Wirtz. Wirtz. Lars made the run. Steady looks for Yepi. Can he swing one across the box? Yepi down the line. Chips. Lars. Oh my God. He's headed it straight at the fucking goalkeeper. Oh, how have you missed that, my boy? Jefferson's coming in for Frank. Fran's coming in for Yepi. Like for like on the left, Fran in for Yepi. Vieira's just picked up a bit of soreness, which is not good. Maury, it's fucked him. How lucky are they, man? By the way, no pool table. We sold it today. YouTube. How lucky are they? We've missed so many gilt-edged fucking chances. 75 minutes played. It's 2-1 Dortmund. How fucking lucky are they? Lars off. Lars has missed so many chances. Get Morton out there, 10 minutes. Oh, there's got to be a highlight here right now. Thank God. Time ticks. 2-1 would not be the worst result, but they've been a little bit lucky. Time ticks. Is there going to be a last highlight here? Still ticking. Look, it's a 2-1 loss. It's... Oh, that is so annoying. Because the game would tell you that we didn't have the better of it. But you looked at the highlights, man. Lars missed a chip in a one-on-one where if he either put his foot on it and played Yepi, or if he ran in an extra touch, he could have slide-footed it past the keeper. It was an offside for 2 of them, and then he missed a header from 6 yards. Yepi beats his man and cuts it to his head, and all he had to do was head it past the keeper. He headed it straight to the guy from 2 yards out. Oh my God, we really should have scored a second or a third there. If we go out because we didn't score enough away goals here, like if we lose the next game, we win the next game 3-2 or whatever, we have to look back and we have to look at a Lars that is of 18 years of age, that is been in unreal form in the league, And we have to look at him and go, mate, you got 15 finishing, 15 headering, and you've gone out there, you missed 3 massive chances, and you're off the ball 16, you've been caught offside twice. If things go our way, their last 2 goals, he's onside. Like the second one, he's offside by a fraction. If he's onside, we've scored there. His header from 6 yards should go in. It's a little just a tap in, knocking the header, and he's headed it straight at the keeper. If he puts that one in, there's another away goal. We played quite well there. That's our first loss this year in any competition as well. And it's come against a Dortmund side that are top of the Bundesliga. And on a different day, we would have drawn, if not won, in Germany. We can take a lot of positives out of that. The only thing that I will say now about that is that we have to win in Denmark. That's a good scenario because we should be able to back ourselves in that Denmark. And after playing a game like that, we should be having Fran fully fit. We should be having Frank fully fit, barring injuries and internationals in the last, I think there's 1 or 2 league games as well. We should be okay. Should is the key word. I'm not saying that is 100% we're going to go there and we're going to win this game in Denmark because they are quality. However, we have played ridiculously well, and FM has kind of gone, maybe not today. Because I don't understand how a striker like Lars, at his age, with that composure, that headering, and that finishing, has not finished one of those 3 gilt-edged chances. It's just... and it stems from the game that we just drew 0-0. Like, we had 19 shots in the league. Lars missed 3 massive big chances, whatever, and we've gone out there and we've missed them again. You know, it's only ourselves to blame if we don't go through this tie. Because really, in Germany, without me probably being biased, we should have at least drawn, if not won, from the chances that we saw from the match engine. They had slightly more chances than us and slightly more of the ball, granted, right? But from the chances we saw, the key highlights that we saw, we had the better chances in that game. They've scored from a tackle that falls from in a set piece. It's just typical big game BS from FM, which they really need to cut. You know, I'd rather much see Football Manager in the, it's happened in FM19, FM20, FM21 to me a lot, when you aren't the more reputable side, that things happen for the opposition so you concede. You know, I would much rather Football Manager just give them like a key highlight where it's just one touch pass, like bing, 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 goal, than this highlight that constantly happens where you go, you press him, they can't get out, it's a tackle, and because you've tackled him, everyone's stopped, then it's fallen to a guy in 20 yards of space. You know, I'd much rather than they get on the ball, the tackle comes in, they slip the pass just before the tackle comes in because they're a little bit of quality. And that happens. But yeah, that is super annoying, but it's a result that we will take because it puts us in a position where in Denmark we can do a job. In just this moment, YouTube, for us on stream, it's going to take us probably till midnight to get to this game. We will obviously see if we can get through Dortmund at home in Denmark. It's a promising situation to be in. I just really hope that Football Manager one day in the future, in the match engine, when you play a bigger team, it's not just set pieces and tackles that fall to them that go in. That is actually teams that go and line you up with some quality that do it. Because really, if you look back at a lot of our games from FM19, 20 and 21, majority of the big games that we've played, it has all been tackles that have fallen to people or set pieces. I remember Barcelona mess 20 on FM20 last year, winning away in the new camp, 20 minutes away, and their goal came from a tackle that fell to them in the box and went in. We then dominated them in extra time, weren't allowed to score, and it was a set piece that was headed, that was cleared, that then the shot was deflected and fell to a guy in the 6-yard box that went in, you know, and then you always seem to cop it. You know, we played Spurs in that mess save, tackle on halfway that fell to him, you know, that killed us. I can name about 5 or 6 more. I won't YouTube because it's too much rambling. I'll see you in time for the Dortmund game. Hopefully one day Football Manager do fix that against bigger teams. Because really, 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 how often does that happen in real life football? That a tackle falls on an opposition player in the middle of the park with time and space to do whatever he fucking pleases. Welcome back, YouTube. A very pissed off and fucking annoyed Damien. Our undefeated run in Denmark has come to an end. We went full strength against Brøndby, who were second in the league. Absolutely dominated. And just like typical Football Manager of every fucking year, when they know you're on an undefeated streak, you are not allowed to win a game of football. We dominated, we absolutely created, we haven't scored. It does mean that in my last 3 games, I've only scored 1 goal, which has been unlike the 4-4-2 at all. As you can see, what a run of form before this fucking shit. The last 3 games, we haven't won. For a team that's undefeated to then go on 3 games in a row and not win is an absolute joke. Obviously, in Dortmund, we looked good in the 4-4-2, but we created chances, only 1 goal. Bromby created chances, didn't score. AC Horsens didn't score. I am going back. In the biggest stage, I'm putting my fucking big fucking balls on the fucking line, right? I'm going, you know what? It's tried, it's fucking tested, it's 4-2-3 fucking 1 time. If you haven't picked up that I'm fucking angry, oh boy, I'm angry. I'm also putting my balls over that fucking line, right? Ortiz has not played centre-back once for me. Great ball-playing defender, unreal, 5'10". I'm putting him there. On paper, he's my best fucking centre-back. So guess what? On paper, he's fucking going to line up there. Today is a day where my season is defined by this 90 minutes, or potentially 120, and then potentially penalties. If we do not win this game, I was saying that, oh, look, it's progress, we're definitely the best team in Denmark, yada, yada, yada. If we don't get through this tie, it's going to be the 3rd time we haven't got past the first knockout round. I'm telling you right now, I always rate my seasons on if there was progress. This year wouldn't be progress. This would be stagnation. This would be whatever. Oh, another league title, well done. Undefeated? Oh, yeah, it's 5 league titles, but were you undefeated? No. No progress. For me, we should be at a fucking stage where our squad that we should be winning the league and winning every game of the season pretty much. Bar maybe Midtjylland and Copenhagen where you draw. You shouldn't lose a game. The fact that we lost the game now, we have to make the quarterfinal of the Champions League for me to say that there's progress, or there hasn't. And it's getting to a point where I'm fucking getting annoyed by it. So on the biggest fucking stage, in the biggest fucking moment, on the biggest time to put your balls on the line, I am fucking going all in on the 4-2-3-1. Because you know what? Sometimes you got to do... I'm going to use a fucking poker analogy. Sometimes you got to look at the fucking guy on the button and fucking when he fucking raises, right? When you raise on the button and the fucking big blind free bets you and you're sitting there with fucking ace 10 off, you got to go, you fucking don't have it, you're making a move. I'm fucking all in. And when they fucking fold and you fucking go, not bad. That's a shit analogy anyway. Fucking do it with like the 70s officer or something nice statement. Ace 10 good blockers. You can free bet jam against the right opponent. Anyhow, doesn't fucking matter. All I'm saying, it's 4-2-3-1 time. We've changed the way this has gone. This 4-2-3-1's only lost once at home. Do we add? Do we play 4-2-3-1? I think actually we played 4-2-1 against Madrid. Never mind. It's a system that we know works well. And you know what? By starting the system, if it's not happening, I can switch to the 4-4-2. I have the people on the bench. Today, it's just going to the tried and tested. It's Munizaga in goals. It's Vieira, Ortiz, Sanchez. Yeah, if you're Marquez, you're unlucky. I don't give a fuck. Fuck off. Neff is at left back. We have gone to the boys that we know work best. It's Kenny and Yeppy, yet again, in the middle of a park in a big game for SFB. How many times have you seen it? No Ortiz in the middle of the park. No Biho in the middle of the park. No thank God in the middle of the park. It's Kenny and Yeppy. How many times have you seen these two play in big games in the Champions fucking League? It is now. Fran at right wing, coming back from injury, picked up a virus, haven't played him, at least he's fucking out there now. Frank at left wing, Albrecht and Morton. Look, Morton has barely scored goals this year. He's averaging a 6.5. Sometimes you just got to go, the guy knows how to score. You got to hope he does it. Wirtz, if you're Wirtz, you've scored 19 goals at a 7.08 this year in the last 5, at a 7.1. I'm not starting him. Because for me, in this system, I need to have the people that are out there that can do the business. And I know can do the business on the biggest stage, and this is this team. This team has been there and done it, apart from probably Vieira for the George, which is tempting me. This is a team that knows how to go out there and win a game of football in the 4-2-3-1. You got Fran, Frank, Albrecht, Kenny, Yeppy, Morton that have done it all before. Munizaga. Sanchez and Ortiz are the variables. They're just too good to not play. And that's where they're going to play today. Look, one or two things are going to happen. We're a bit unsettled. We go out there. It's not been great. We go out there, play the 4-2-3-1. We play it well, but it's not good enough because they're good. Or we go out there, 4-2-3-1, typical fucking SFB 4-2-3-1, and we smack the living shit out of Dortmund, and I hope that is what it is. I look at the middle of the park, and I'm kind of wishing I changed right now. I'm tempted to almost go to that and get Marquez in here. Do I do that? And do we drop Kenny? Kenny's a big game player, though. Kenny's a big game player. He loves a big game. You know what? Screw it. Go back to it. Ortiz, centre back. Do your job. I'm going with my first choice. As in my first mind. It said do this. I'm going with that. Your bench contains the George, Marquez, Biho, Jefferson, Wirtz, and Lars. Your 4-2-3-1 is there. Look, there was... like I said, I'm putting my balls on the fucking table here. I'm putting them on the line. You in the big moments, managers are paid to make big decisions. My big decision is we've played a 4-4-2 all fucking year. That's what their scouting report would have been. That is what has worked and what is sort of going wrong the last three games. Maybe a blip. We may have gone out here in the 4-4-2 and blitzed this game at home because we're good in it. But for me, the track record in the 4-2-3-1 in the Champions League is there. And I think just when the team slightly changes in its fortune, because we're not winning the games, we're not scoring, go into the 4-2-3-1 because we know we can create, we can keep possession, off we go. In this game, I'm looking for 60% of the ball and us to dominate. The only thing for me is that the midfield may be slightly weak. Yepi is obviously very good and Kenny's a big game player and they've played many big games for me before, but really we could have gone with a Yepi or a Biho or, Ortiz and a Yepi and Marquez, but it's a very strong bench. They are lining up pretty similar. Jonas has come in. And of course he has. He's come back from injury. From suspension, sorry. But yeah. Score prediction in the chat. I predict we win 1-0 in the most nervy game ever and we go through. That's what I predict. Don't ask me if I'm going to be right or not, but that's what I predict. Anyway. Kaneko's in goals, like the first leg. Josma's out there at right back. Garcia's there as well. I think Franco did play on the other side. No, he was on the bench, and I said I wish he didn't play. He's playing. That's not good. Cameron Taylor's captain, obviously, out there. We looked at Bohem, who was suspended. He's well-classed. Hannibal is out there on the other side of him. Karim's unbelievable. Morin is gone into the hole. They've lined up 4-2-3-1 as well, so they've changed. Wow. Diaz is there, and Mensah's up top, which means Abu's come in to the bench. Interesting. Dario is Dario. Carl isn't starting today. Marcus isn't starting again. Oddie isn't starting again. And Ruben is there as well. So maybe there was an injury at centre-back because I don't think that other centre-back's there. Look, they're lining up 4-2-3-1 as well. It's like for like. It is like for like. AJ reckons a 3-1 win. I think we either go out there, we're in scintillating form, or we're scintillating form. We played to the best of our ability, or we don't do it at all. Paulie reckons a 2-0 win. I think it's we keep a clean sheet, we win 1-0, or this backfires and they pump us, like Madrid did, or it'll be even. Anyway, set piece early, inside a minute, Yepi, Fran, we know we're good from these. Yepi makes a good run, good touch, gets in the box, goes for goals, block, falls to Frank, it's 1-0. And inside a minute, SFB, as it stands, are through and away goals. A slice of fortune. Finally, for the SFB boys. Anyway, Yepi goes for goal, deflects, and that's the usual goal that usually goes in against you in a bigger game against a bigger team. But that is 1-0, and here's the set piece to go back to 1-1, isn't it? Ball win, backstep, Franco heads over. Munizaga, no man's land. All right, relax, boys. This is where we need to get on the ball. This is where we need to get on the ball and take the sting out of this game. It's about time. Yeah, this last hour and a half of the stream has been absolutely horrendous. Anyway, Moran into Karim Adeyemi. Going on a run. Still going cuts it. Moran's effort blocked. Cleared by Sanchez. Please that be the highlight. It's not. Bowman again on it. Chips out. Fran needs to get there. Doesn't. Taylor, Hannibal. Taylor again. Cameron Taylor, what a ball. Moran, Munizaga, I thought saved it because his name came up. And just like that, it's an away goal for Dortmund, and they are back in the lead. That's a great goal. Great goal, great ball. I can live with that going in against me. I'm just more annoyed. I am more annoyed that we haven't really got on the ball like we should have. It's another set. If they score another one, it's basically game over here. Headed away by Yeppy. Well done. Morton, move to the ball. They're starting to dominate us now. Mensah, what a run. Numbers in the box. Boham can whip. Frank, I need you. Gets a tackle in. It falls to him. Of course it does. Mensah now. Ball in chip. Moron. Hannibal knows how to hit him. Backheel, Barami, Karim. Game over. We lose. We are out, boys. We are out. We've conceded 2 goals in 2 minutes. Just like we did against Real Madrid last year. And we are out of this now. All she wrote. We now need 3 goals here. We need this to be 2-2 at halftime. We need this to be 2-2 at halftime. Time ticks. 2 goals for Dortmund kills us. And it's only ourselves to blame that we didn't score in Germany. If they score again, fuck off. I've had enough of this fucking game. I had enough, man. I'm done with this. I'm done with this, man. I'm done with this. Where has this come from? 1-0 up inside a minute, and then bang. Another one. We're going to get pumped, are we? It was nice to believe, boys. Nice to believe. So what do we need? We need 3 goals to level at least, then we can say we leveled it. We didn't lose the tie. We need 4 goals to get in. Frank needs to score this. See what I mean, man? Munizaga's a world-class keeper. Hasn't bailed us out once. Their keeper's bailing them out. Another backwards year. Another backwards year. What is it with us not losing games in the group and then we come to home where we don't look like losing at all in Champions League games and then just bang. Good press from us here, but you watch him get out of it. Absolutely press the shit out of him and you watch him get out of it now. Oh, well done, Yeppy. Won the ball back. Albrecht needs to be a goal. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous, man. The amount of chances we miss. Why has Fran not hit that? Oh my God. The chances we miss is ridiculous. It's taken us that to score. What a joke. What a joke. It's taken us that to score. That's hit the post, hit the keeper, tackled, and then in. My God, it shouldn't be that hard to score. The chances we have missed. Alright, if we can score one more, it's at least 3-3 on the night, and then you never know. Neff. That needed to hit someone. Now they're going to come on the break, aren't they? Just give me the belief that we can get level and then we're going to just whatever. Anyway, Brahimi running in it. Brahim, whatever, goes for goal. Need 3 goals in 13 minutes. Might as well send the cavalry. It's just ticked. Long throw. So disappointing. Another chance miss. Why is he not taking a chance and just basically on 6-yard box and tapped it in? Look, in Germany, we probably should have scored 2 more. Lars should have scored 2 more. 2 goals disallowed for offside. They're both offside, so can't complain. Here, really, 2 minutes of, 10 minutes of madness, really. 1-0 up, and then they dominated us for 15, 10 minutes. They scored. There's a difference. When we dominated them in Germany, we didn't score during those periods. Did we? No. And then, yeah, Garcia scored one in the 39th minute, which kind of just definitely killed the game off. It wasn't already dead. And there we go again. It's another year of just mediocrity shit. Like, I just don't know what to do anymore, man. I play this 4-4-2. It's looked good. And then the last 3 games, we lose again. It's just all coming to an end, man. Like, I don't know what else I can fucking do with this team anymore. I don't, man. I don't. The potential's here. We should be rewarded with a quarter-final here. And to be fair, over 2 legs, I don't think we have deserved to lose this tie fight for it. I don't. You looked in Germany. We dominated the first 15 minutes. They could have been 3-4 fucking nil down in the first 15 minutes in Germany. They weren't. There we are. Right? 1-0 here. And then straight away, just bang, bang, FM, bang, bang. At least with the goals here tonight in the second leg, you can tolerate it because it was them playing good football. Right? But yeah, it's annoying. Because we've come again, we've looked amazing in the group stage. We look like one of the best teams in bloody Europe in the group stage. We didn't come through no fucking easy group either. It was Milan and Valencia. They're not mugs. It's not like we fucking had qualifiers or whatever, and we won 6 games from 6. It's not like that last year. We didn't top a group of just nothing. We topped a group of Barca fucking Lona and Milan. Right? And yet again, it's 2 first-round knockout draws against 2 teams that win the title. They're gonna probably win the title in their respective divisions. And what else can you fucking do? There's not much else you can do. I'm just fucking more annoyed at the fashion that this one happened. Because in fucking Germany, they didn't fucking deserve it. Right? Here, tonight, arguably, yeah, maybe, whatever. But it was more the fact that we finally get a slice of luck and the game goes, and nah. And it's more the fact that the game also goes, you're not allowed to go undefeated in the league because you're going to lose 1-0 to 1 shot on target where you have fucking 15, 20 chances, however many it was, right? And the game before we even played Dortmund in the first knockout round was the same thing that happened before we played Real Madrid. Every time we're about to play a first knockout round game, we draw or lose that game. We never win the game and carry over momentum into the knockout stage games. It never fucking happens. I've had enough of it. At what point, it's now getting to a point, at what point do I pull the pin on the save and say we can't do it, right? Because in Iceland, it was always building to, yeah, we're going to get there. It's just a matter of when. It is now getting to a stage here in Denmark, and as many people tell me it's different in Denmark, we're now at the stage where how are we not going undefeated in the league with this team? How are you not? How are you not winning doubles every fucking year? How are you not? Right? How have you not got to a quarterfinal of the Champions League yet? How haven't you? I know we've drawn Madrid, and I know we've drawn bloody Dortmund, right? But Madrid and Denmark should have been better, wasn't. The only thing I regret, and it's maybe hindsight, was not playing the 4-4-2, because it has worked so well, and then if it didn't happen, we could have gone to a controlling 4-2-3-1, like I have been, but I really did think in the 4-2-3-1, we would have went out there, we would have kept the ball a lot better than this fucking shit. Because it's been for years and we've had 60% possession. Doesn't matter who we've played. Barcelona in the group. Barcelona in the first knockout round. Juventus in the group. Who else have we had it against? Even think the Real Madrid game that we lost 3-1, we still had the ball. Tonight we didn't even look like keeping the ball. Just yeah, man. Just yeah. Like, I don't know what else there is that I have to fucking do to do it. Maybe that's on me, that second leg. Maybe that's on me. That maybe I should have just kept the 4-4-2 and kept what's been working. But we also know that we've had 2-3 years of 4-2-3-1 dominance in Denmark We haven't won in our last 3, now haven't won in your last 4. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what you do at all. I don't fucking know. At what point do you bin the save, man? Like, we had this problem at Mess, and in the end, I didn't stream Mess for a couple of months, came back and won the Champions League the next year, right? Because I came back fully refreshed. It is now getting to a stage with this save that it's now getting to a point where I'm just becoming annoyed because you can kind of predict what's going to happen. You're going to predict that we're going to win the league, but you're not going to go invincible because FM won't let you. You're going to top your group, but you're going to get one of the big boys because they finished second in their group, and you're going to lose. First knockout round. There is no anything else that's going to happen. The only reason we came back to Mess is that I missed playing Football Manager and I wanted to come back, and if I'm going to play, I'm going to stream, and we ended up winning the Champions League. Right, we had a world-class squad, and we knew it was going to happen. Here at SFB, I don't know what I have to do it. At Iceland, I knew what the plan was. Always knew I had to just find the right piece of the puzzle and it will happen because, you know, we made a first knockout round for a few times and we made a few quarterfinals, we made a semi-final, back to the quarterfinal, back to the semi-final. We yo-yoed there for a bit and then eventually we won the Champions League final, right, against Barcelona. Here, I haven't found no jigsaw puzzle piece. Every time we get to the first knockout stage, we fucking falter like it's fucking just, you know, someone blowing over a pack of cars that you built into a house. And we just go, phew. No backbone at all. This big spiel at the start of this episode about we don't know how to lose, we don't know how to do whatever. Since I've said that, we haven't won a fucking game of football. Just don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. It's getting to a point that I just don't know what you can do anymore, right? We have world-class talent. We have players that are going to grow into monsters, right? But how have we not got through to a quarter-final yet in the Champions League? It's been nearly next year's 5 years. This will be the longest it's taken me to get to a quarter-final in the Champions League in any save, including Iceland. Because I reckon in Season 4 in Iceland, I actually got an okay, decent draw against Benfica after topping the group, and we spanked the shit out of them. I reckon. Here, we can't even fucking muster a challenge. Dortmund came here and looked comfortable. Madrid came here and looked comfortable. It's meant to be fucking at home in Denmark where you fucking barely lose games. It's just getting to a point where it's just becoming the same thing and it's just, no. You know, it takes me 3-4 days of after work, after coaching, whatever, to come here and, you know, and hop on stream, which is taxing enough, to get through fucking 9 numbing games in Denmark where you should be going invincible. And even to get to the point then you lose a game, you go, really, how the fuck did you lose? Right? The Champions League group stage now has got to a point where we probably will top most of our groups that we get now, right? But do you think we're ever going to put it together in the knockout stage? I personally think it won't happen. You know what's going to happen for us in order to do it? We're going to have to fucking one day get a good draw. And I tell you what, Football Manager won't let me. It's getting to a stage where I'm now just becoming, it's more of a chore to do this save than me loving it. Because we're just constantly getting absolutely fucking fucked every fucking year in the Champions League. There is no point topping a group in the Champions League anymore. I'm a big believer of that. On Football Manager there isn't. In real life there is. In Football Manager there isn't. Because no matter what on Football Manager, a big team will drop in the second somewhere and guess who gets them? Always you, the player. You want to know why? Because Football Manager cannot handle a big team finishing second and running the risk of running into another big team. So it's always you. Happened at me for 10 seasons at Mess. It is now 3 times that it's happened to me here. Barcelona I can tolerate. Finish second, you get Barcelona. Well done. Good experience. It's alright. But Real Madrid, after topping a group with Barcelona, and this fucking year, we haven't lost a fucking game in the Champions League. We won 6 from fucking 6. Have fucking Dortmund. Can you fucking get a grip, Football Manager? Seriously. And the goals we conceded in Germany, bullshit. And I would love an explanation of how you go from fucking barely losing at home in Europe, right, to every first knockout round that you play, you don't win. The only game that we won in the first knockout round, we beat Barcelona 1-0 in our first year. Yeah, we lost 7-2 in Spain. Can tolerate that. But we are a lot better of a side now. How the fuck don't we go at home and beat teams? It is getting to a point that I'm absolutely going... I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Alright, that's me done. What a weird, crazy, ragey episode. Have we deserved that to lose? Probably on the balance, I think, to lose slightly. If we lost on away goals or we lost, in extra time or, it was a goal in it, yeah. To lose like that we lost 2-1 and 3-2, I'm sorry. I don't think that we deserved to lose on aggregate. What was it on aggregate? That we deserved to lose that game on aggregate by a couple of goals. Did we deserve to lose both games of football? No. Just Football Manager keeps grinding me into the ground. It gives me a little bit of hope. It gives me, oh my God, well, here we go. This is it. We're going to finally progress the save, improve our reputation. Here we are. And then, had a fuck enough of it, man. I've had a fuck enough of it. I'll see you next time. It'll be the end of season review because, what else is there really to play for? The only thing that makes me want to play the save is that I've got European qualifiers at the end of the year to get into the Euros and, the prospect that this team will be better in a year's time. But how are you meant to improve the squad and make them develop if you're not getting past the same round in the Champions League? Yet again, it's another year of just And I tell you what, it's now getting to a stage where these sort of seasons are us going backwards, not forwards, and that's not a place I need to be in. See you next time. Thank you. Goodbye. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Welcome back, YouTube. I've just about to get off stream. We played one game after Dortmund. Just letting you know, we finished the Dortmund game at about just after midnight, like 12:15. It's 1:30 in the morning. Is there a way to show you that? It's 1:30 in the morning, maybe. Yeah, there you are, 1:30 in the morning. You can see it down here. It's 1:30 in the morning. Had a look at the shape of what happened in the Dortmund home and away with the ball. Had a look at the Bromby loss. And then just found a way to think about it. Without going into too many details, because we'll talk about it in the next episode, end of season review. Now that we've calmed down, this is what you love about Football Manager. It gets you rolled up in the moment, right? But it's all about solving problems. And we had a major problem with, Neff not getting high enough because, we didn't really have too much cover in here. So Neff was sitting and Vieira was sitting because there's nothing here. We played a game of Ortiz at anchor man. All of a sudden Vieira's bombing on. Neff's doing this. Neff's coming into here. All of a sudden, we had all these triangles and everything. I'm going to do my best to show you that in the season review. And I will be back, obviously, next episode with that. But I like to say that, no matter what, we're going to do this save. And yeah. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.